Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Lithuania. The European Ultimate Indoor Championships continue unabated here. More action from the Open Division Pool D. Austria taking on Lithuania, sides who had very different fortunes in their first games this morning. For Lithuania, must admit, not a perfect start, but I think they'll be pretty happy with their performance. A rather convincing win. 17-7 over Slovakia. For Austria, quite the opposite. Blown away by Belgium. 17-5 final score. So they really need to right the ship here against the host nation. Austria will be the white jerseys with the grey trim. I'll put my teeth back in. White jerseys, grey trim, and the grey shorts. For the Lithuanians, the dark green with the black shorts. I must say, I'm quite enjoying the new Lithuanian jerseys. Again, and not exclusively because of this, but it does help, because I find them very readable. That is always a bonus for a commentator, if not the main thing we look for. But I think they're quite aesthetically pleasing as well as clear. Both sides just going through some final tactical tweaks and adjustments, just a couple of minutes before this game gets underway. One of many venues that's being used here for the championships. We're in PRIENAI, about 40 minutes away from Kaunas, as well as our coverage here. You can watch action from the women's division at the moment. From Gällivare, Great Britain versus Sweden is the match that they've got coming up for you there. But we will be focused, as we mentioned, on Austria against Lithuania. Lithuania, one of two countries with two teams here in this open division, alongside Latvia, their northern neighbours. But this is the cream of the Lithuanian crop. Their first team. Aiming to go deep this year. Just ready for the game to get underway. The Austrians in the white jerseys will receive the pull and begin the game on offense. And again, here's that little jump throw from the Lithuanians to get us underway. Camilo taking the reset off. There's a scuba. My word, it's spicy. Tipped, second attempt, no! Mendelis read that one well. I like the endeavour in the shots, but I think they could be a little bit more judicious as to when and how they put it, potentially. That came unstuck that way a couple of times against the Belgians in their first game. Bachkis taking the swing to Zubovicius. Still count must be rising here, rolling it, a couple of players there. Bachkis with the hammer over the top, finds that soft spot into Zubovicius. And Lithuania breaking on the game's first point to lead 1-0. Austrians definitely slowed down the Lithuanians on the turn. Wasn't a comfortable possession for them necessarily. Got them into some high stalls. Again, that shot's into a reasonably congested area. But for Lithuania, they did manage to get the disc reset and they punched it in. A very idiosyncratic ball from Mendelis, but it's very effective again, hitting Austria at the back. Joshua Cohen. He's shooting long. It's quite flat over, and somehow, generally you don't see shots like that. It felt quite an outdoorsy style huck, flat and into space, but he got it over the heads of the Lithuanians, and it is chased down into the end zone for the score. Have a look at it again. There's no mark here on Cohen, and Mendelis falls over, so he can't get in the way, and just feathered over the top. Unorthodox shot, but it worked as Moog ties us at ones. I think that pull will be bricked. Vesokis playing in the backfield with Slobodskoyos. And there is a stoppage, a foul on the mark. Modestas Garba. Slobodskoyos. Sturbis. Again, just playing it calmly. With energy, but it's not frenetic. Gober over the top, and there was a hand on it from Domantas Sturbis. But it wasn't enough. Tough catch, but I think he'd probably back himself to make it. Austria could bring us level here with a break. Or I should say back on serve. Score's already tied just past the bidding Modestas Goba. Here's Coyle shooting for the end zone. It's not going to get there. And was Prokaska in the end, in the pitch. There's players right by there who should have a good perspective. They said that he was. So back in play with Jeremiah Prokaska. Is Valentin Deutsch-Bayer picking the end zone. Bushfire. Back to Coyle. And you can see the Lithuanian defenders just peeling off a little bit. That one into the end zone. Austria with the break to bring us back on serve. Jeremiah Prochaska makes it 2-1 to Austria. You see, just waiting for the opportunity. Gets in front of the defender, takes and steals a march to the break side. And they were all too happy to throw it to him. So back on serve here. Lithuania broke on the game's first point, but Austria are breaking back at their first opportunity. Sturbis. Visokis. Sturbis again. Shooting for the end zone. Dovydas Goba is not going to miss that one. Tied up at 2s. As you might expect, there is a partisan home support here. Both Lithuanian Open teams are at this venue today. They're obviously more than happy to cheer on their compatriots. Leading pass there for Zmuk. Zmuk a little bit behind Kern, but not a problem. Still count rising. Kern has to get it off with the blade towards that far side. I think there might have been a little bit of contact, but I think the disc was always going out of bounds. Turnover stands. Here's Borakas bringing the disc in off the turnover. Bachkis into the centre. Bobina underneath to Bachkis. Trying to squeeze that one down the sideline and does so well. Picks up his second assist as he finds Mindaugas Mendelis. And it's been a game of breaks so far. Another one there puts Lithuania back on top with a 3-2 lead. Vesokis with the pull to Valentin Doshbaya. Fakes the first, there's the hammer over the top. Oh, they've got it set up brilliantly to Coyle for the score. That was far too easy for the Austrians, at least from a Lithuanian perspective. Obviously, I don't think the Austrians will mind one iota. It's that hammer over the top. Coyle leaks behind the back of the defence, springs up, makes the catch and toes that in the end zone for the score. 3 apiece. After a tough first game, you did wonder how the Austrians would respond. And it seems like they've certainly tweaked some things, because giving a much better account of themselves in this performance. Goba. Blading over the top. Finds Sturbis. Vasokis. Blading, that is a tough catch. I think his foot was on the back line. And it is indeed the turnover. And that was there for the score, but maybe just pushed the boundaries, the limits of it a little bit too far. You can't quite get a great view of it because Kauchik's in the way, but I think it looked to me anyway like it was out of bounds, and everyone down on the field seemed to agree. And of course, what I think doesn't matter. It's all about the players on the field coming to a resolution they're happy with. And we'll have to come to another resolution here. Disc is going to go back to the hands of the throw, who is Andreas Skaloriotis. High stall going downfield again. Stall called. And it was a block downfield anyway. And I think it is going to be an uncontested stall. So often you see these contested, but that time I think it's said he had a couple of teammates down there on the sideline as well, saying that no, he definitely didn't get that off in time, so the stall call is accepted. Vaisokis will pick up on the end zone line. Dovidas Gorba outside the end zone. Slobodskoyas to Vaisokis. Feathery little inside break there. And then when the defender overcommits to one side, that gives the opportunity for Sturbis to come through towards this front side. And it's an opportunity that the Lithuanians were not keen to pass up. 4-3 Lithuania lead. Neither side really able to establish a dominant position as of yet. Caught at the back of the end zone by Joshua Kern. I've seen him throw a score from that position. Not this time, instead underneath to Nicholas Yauk. The lefty goes back to Kern, and Kern cannot connect with his intended target. It's looking for Stefan Endorfer. Danielos Sakovic was the defender. Can see the game's first 2-point lead here, and that is exactly what we see. 1-2 passes, wham, bam, and thank you, man. Rachkis brings it in. Swing goes to Mendelis. And there's one-on-one on the end zone, and he is open for days. Justas Bobina. Lithuania. Just a slight buffer they've got themselves now. 5-3. I'm pretty sure that McKenna's attempts to keep himself onside were not successful, but I don't think the Austrians mind. Berger to Coyle, down the sideline, Coyle to Dutch-Bayer. Those two seem to have that telepathy at the moment. For Dutch-Bayer, it's his first goal of the game. Picked up a couple of assists already in this contest. Deutsch-Bayer picked up a goal and assist in Austria's first game against Belgium as well. Vaisokis just pops that one over the defender in the intermediate space. Milasevicius playing the 1-2 with Vaisokis. Modestas Golba. You see the receiver there just pushed the defender towards that far sideline, and it created that little inside window for Golba to throw into. It's smart end zone work there from, I think it's Domantas Sturbis. Lithuanian receiver you see there. It's not a massive cut, it's just getting the defender's hips turned toward that side and then planting. Throw goes up nice and early as well. 6-4 Lithuania. Travel, I think. Back in play. That one very nearly invited the bid from Sakovic. Still is in the other 55, the Austrian Simon Kokas. And there's the scuba over the top. That is a shot from Joshua Kern. René Zmug will catch his second score of the game. Not the first time those two have linked up in this contest either. Have a look at the replay. Forced towards the far sideline. Tough position. You can see the player's got space, but do you try and set yourself, pivot around for the blade over the top, or do you find a way to squeeze the scuba through? And that was exactly what he did, as that ball lands out of bounds and will be brought in from the brick mark by Lithuania. About a third of the way through this game. Lithuania just up by the 1. Back on offense now. Floated that one up there. That should have been a score. Denisas Slobodskoyas just made that way harder than it needed to be. And Modestas Gobas brought down his fair deal of difficult discs so far this weekend, but that one was too far. So Austria looking to bring us level. Oh, brilliant throw from Vincent Coyle. He gets that out so early. I love the spin, the torque, the revolutions he's generating on that disc, because it just sits beautifully like a Christmas present waiting to be unwrapped there by Valentin Deutschbayer. And his eyes must have lit up like a kid on Christmas morning as he chases it down, and Austria are level at 6 apiece. We mentioned that the Belgians blew them away, but Austria have come to play here in this one. Dovidas Golba swings to Salasavicius. There's a reset available, going across the pitch. Now Sturbis. Again, trying to keep the disc moving quickly. Take those free options when they're available. Vasokis. Nice switch passed off there by the Austrian defense. There's the swing available into Sturbis. Just calls for a little bit of patience while he's got no force. Can continue the swing on here to the near side. That's what they do, Vasokis. What if they just ping that one into the front of the end zone? Oh, that could have gone, in my opinion. Didn't want it. Instead, they're going to go into the back. But the two Gobos connect. In the end, Dovidas to Modestas, 7-6 Lithuania. I think they had a few opportunities to maybe push that one in there, but I think probably because the Austrians were playing them tighter and they've maybe made a couple of mistakes. Wanted to make sure it was a certain thing when they finally pulled the trigger on that scoring option. Cohen for the Austrians finds Erndorfer. And the stall count rising, gets a low one out. It's a little bit behind Rennes Mug. And although we got a hand to it, it wouldn't close in time. Mendelis finds Bobina, back to Mendelis. Mendelis to the end zone, punching it into Mantas Zubavicius. Lithuania with the break, reopen that little bit of breathing room that they had surrendered. 8-6. Fun game this. A little bit of back and forth. Some lead changes early. And just when it feels like Lithuania might be pulling away, Austria begin to peg them back. Lithuania 1 point away from taking the half now. That was Zubavicius' second goal of the game. Oh, that one is tipped, and he very nearly caught the tip off the point block. What a heads-up play that would have been. And then just the simple, cheeky one to the front of the end zone. Mendelis with his second score, third assist of the game for Bachkis. Lithuania break for half, 9-6. What a way to energise your side. The point block on the end zone line, and then the pickup, and Bachkis just almost drops that one into the hands of Mindaugas Mendelis for 9-6. The Lithuanians may be able to rest a little bit easier now, given that they've now got their largest lead of the game, 3 points, and they will be receiving to begin the second half as well. This was 6 apiece. And then, before you know it, Lithuanians have made it 9-6 and a half. Indoors can do that to you sometimes. You feel like things are on an even keel, and then maybe your level just drops for a split second. Maybe the opposition level raises. Maybe you don't. Maybe you get unlucky. Maybe something goes that breaks the opposition's way. But the game is so fast-paced that if you're not careful, if you're not paying close attention, then all of a sudden you can find yourself staring at a deficit of a few points and maybe struggling to find ways to try and get back into a game. And in doing so, maybe that forces you to make throws you otherwise wouldn't have made. You feel that pressure a little bit more keenly, more intensely. And that in turn begets more mistakes, more errors. And that sees that gap open ever wider. For Lithuania, they will hope the way that ended their first half is a sign of things to come in the second. For Austria, I think they can look at the majority of that half and say, we were happy with what we did. We generated turnovers. We got some clean offensive points. We got some clean breaks as well. Just maybe let our level drop a little bit. As the half wore on, we can pick that up again. There's the hooter to signal that we're ready to get the second half underway. Andreas Skolariotis will pull. Vaisokis wants to go end zone to end zone. He's not quite going to do it, but he does have the connection to Gober, and he hammers over the top. And the crowd love that one. 10-6. That is exactly what Lithuania were looking for. The clean hole to begin the second half. And they got a big play in there as well for big measure. That does certainly put some flubber in the feet. Again, the unique jump pull from Mendelis. There's the scuba, floating it up there a little bit. Zmug looking underneath. Brilliant layout. That is sensational. Stitish Bachkis, unreal block to throw yourself around like that on the hard floor as well. It's a good job he's wearing those knee pads as well, because I think his knee was more than he first touched ground one afterwards. And that one bobbing up to Mendelis, and you can tell that the Lithuanian players, the Lithuanian sideline, they are getting pumped, they are getting that energy flowing. I mean, Mendelis has just stood right there. Obviously some sort of miscommunication coming in on defense after that big play. And what a play it was as well from Kęstutis Bachkis. I think that is comfortably the best block we've seen so far this weekend. Kröger to Deutschbayer. Here's Prokaska. He's looking to go all the way. Does he have it? It's too much in the end. Just needed to take a little bit off it. Replacement is quickly given to the Lithuanians. Now it was 6-all. Now it's 11-6. They're looking to make it 12. They have made it 12. Sakovic into the end zone. Lithuania are rocking and rolling right now. I think it's LTU that they're chanting. And it's Sakovic to Mendelis. A very different goal to the last one. We won't mind his fourth goal of the game. A couple of assists as well. Have a day, Mindaugas Mendelis. Oh, miscommunication off the pull. Skolariotis will have to take this from the back. This is potentially Callahan country if you're not careful. There's the swing across. Camillo comes through strongly to catch it. What a bid that was, but it didn't get there. But the pressure eventually tells. Lithuania breathing down the Austrian necks. Barakas. Sakovic. Over the top. Hits McKennas. Barakas. 1-2. Coming to the front of the end zone. Don't like it yet. Bobina sees the option to the far side. Letting it over the top into a little bit of traffic. The defender, when you commit and you don't get there, that's the risk you run. You leave that space vacated. And Sakovic knew it. And he was able to punch in for the score. (13-6), a 7-point run now for Lithuania. Do the Austrians have any answers? Still count rising, does get the blade off to Zmug, and the continuation is blocked there, rejected by Denisas Slobodskoyas. Slobodskoyas to Bachkis. Davidas Goba. Bachkis with the hammer, feathering it in there. 8 in a row now. Bachkis to Modestas Goba makes it 14-6. And the Austrians are reeling here. It was so close for the first portion of this game. And then all of a sudden, Lithuania found this burst of energy, this boost. And the Austrians have not been able to answer it. Here's Valentin Deutschbayer. Outload to Alma. Back to Deutschbayer. Sakovic getting the force on as it swung. And again, back towards this near sideline. Here's Prokasta. Oh, I think it was there to coil, but it was just too high for him. Again, this is what I talked about a little bit earlier, that when you feel that you're up against it, you might create those opportunities, but you're so eager to try and hit them that maybe you don't have the composure. You make those errors. That one, Mendelis, I think he wanted to milk it into the end zone, but it wasn't quite there. And the lefty push pass from Mendelis. Oh, stop it. 15-6. Reminder, this was 6-all. 9 on the spin now. And here's the righty. Switches hands, goes for the push pass, and I'll be honest, I don't know how much rotation he got on that, if any at all. Doesn't matter, still worked a treat. So here's the pull. I think they're going to try and get that one to arc in bounds, but it's not going to. Havlicek will bring it in from the brick mark. Salasavicius will apply the force. Havlicek to Skoloriotis. Back into the backfield. Again, oh, another layout bid comes flying through from Lithuania. This time it's Ernestas Vasokis. Lithuania showing that they are not to be denied. That is a pick that will provide a temporary halt to proceedings and allow everyone to get their breath back. Here's the high one over the top, and Just bang it to the big man on that occasion. Sulasevicius finds Modestas Goba. One away from the win now, Lithuania. And this game was so close for so long. Austria broke to make it 6 apiece. You felt like we could have a real slugfest on our hands. And then Lithuania. Man. What a performance this is. 8 on the spin. Can they make it 9? Oh, sorry, 10 on the spin. Can they make it 11? And the victory offside, I think, called. So that gives Austria a chance to bring the disc in from the break mark. A little bit of a miscommunication. But the defence gets set. Joshua Cohen. Here's Erndorfer. Sistovis sag off there slightly to get in the way. Here's the blade, it's a high one. And Nicholas Jauk gets the Austrians back on the board. 10 points in a row the Lithuanians took, but it couldn't be 11. Eventually, they got it right. So Lithuania receiving for only the first time since the first point of the half. Oh, there's a bit of a collision there. Everyone back to their feet. Underneath. Goba kind of shrugs his shoulders a bit there. Didn't like what he saw down the line. Thought about calling the foul. I think there was contact, but it was after he'd failed to stick the catch, so they will say the turnover stands. Deutschbayer, oh my God, his hand blocked, and he catches the tip! Unreal! What a block it was on the fourth. Coyle tried to excavate, in the end he just macked it back to Deutschbayer, the original thrower. Here's Coyle. Trying to pop it in on the end zone line. There's a travel called. I think there might also have been a pick in the picture as well. It's going to be on the end zone line here with Michael Kröger. He's going backwards to Deutschbayer. Swinging. Has that outside option available. Trying to flow their way in. Oh, he bobbled it and he's out of bounds, Coyle. Slaps his hands together in frustration. Would have been a great opportunity for Austria to get a break. You feel like it probably wouldn't have turned the tide of the game, but still would have been nice to end it on a high. As Gorba hammers to the end zone for the Lithuanian win. Domantas Dorobis with the score. 17-7 final. This game was 6-all at one point. And then Lithuania went on an outrageous 10-point run from 6-6 to 16-6. The Austrians pulled one back at the end, but then Lithuania ending it in style, and they had some ludicrous defensive bids in there, some insane layout blocks that you can enjoy watching on the replays as the two sides go through their post-game hand slaps and have their spirit circle outside as well. Just under half an hour until our next contest here in the Open Division action from PRIENAI here at the European Ultimate Indoor Championships. As you look through the highlight reel of that game, we've got Poland versus Lithuania 2 up next from Open Pool A. That is a 2 o'clock local time start, halfway through the day here now day one of action from EUIC. That game gets underway in about 25 minutes time, and hopefully we shall see you back there. On behalf of all of our crew, Benji Rees saying the final score here: Lithuania 17, Poland 7, and we'll see you on the other side.
ULTI.TV.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Right now, he's going to have to bid. Just a football!
Huge layout block. Unbelievable stuff on the front corner of the end zone.
Maybe just that boost of energy they needed. Huge swing pass and a great grab there from Spear.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
Bichon picks up, and they've got a short field. They've got another goal. It's tied up at 12.
I can't
That is huge.
believe
Rip
what I'm
goes.
seeing
Can
here.
Lola Dam chase that one down? That is a score for Hartlicker Elferkel. Fantastic run by Julia Lutz.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge.
And we believe that requires knocking down the paywall.
We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch, and we want them to go viral.
When you become a member, you enable us to improve our working relationships with tournament organisers, events and federations.
And you'll help us to produce live stories for Ultimate fans, and to generate new fans with our enhanced content.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts, and we want to bring you coverage on a more consistent basis. We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Ciao ragazzi, support the community.
Let's subscribe ULTI.TV. There's lots of the videos, posting, everything. Check it out. They are the best one. Woo!
If you want to grow Ultimate Sport, become a member of ULTI.TV.
Regardez ULTI.TV. Deviens un membre d'ULTI.TV et fais grandir ta communauté.
Stop ULTI.TV. Följ eroginki med Ultimate vendromene.
Si quieres ayudar a ULTI.TV, puedes ser miembro de ULTI.TV.
Everyone, follow ULTI.TV on Instagram, on YouTube. They've got everything.
Best content.
Like their pictures if you love Frisbee. Just do it.
We're counting on you.
Bli medlem på ULTI.TV.
Became member
of ULTI.TV.
Mamma mia.
Contribue au développement d'Ultimate avec ULTI.TV.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
We want to grow Ultimate.
we want to grow Ultimate. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We have our signature style 2-camera setup,
with thousands of hours of experience.
And our crew is globally dispersed to facilitate coverage everywhere around the world. We can also scale back our broadcast with just one elevated camera, or scale up with 2 fields, 2 cameras, and 2 commentators on each.
We work with local teams and we all have the same mission, to grow the sport and bring it to new people by providing live coverage and news stories.
Become a member today on our Patreon page.
And fund our work to cover more events in the future, and to bring more stories, ideas and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Nobisco Electric, become a member.
Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you. We believe mixed is the best for the sport, for the world. That's why we're making a global showcase, starting in Europe, made in Amsterdam. ULTI.TV. ULTI.net.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. Wasted too much heart on you. Wish I learned to use my head. Cause right before I fell for you, I fell right into your bed. I'm not looking for revenge. I don't need you to be my friend. I just want this fake love to come to an end. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. You wanted her. You left me hurt. But I won't cry as long as I give me some closure. Who you think you are. You're lucky that I don't want revenge. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. I might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around and let it go. I see you watching me from a distance. I see you can't decide what to feel. But if you dig a little deeper, boy, you know you really